அன்பான உள்ளங்களுக்கு வணக்கம். Today we are going to discuss about do's and don'ts in terracotta jewelry making. First main thing is the um, quality of the clay. So once you start doing terracotta jewelry, you should know about the quality of the clay. It should be fine. Then somebody will add sand with it for increase the amount, I mean weight of the clay, so they will add some sand with it. But most important thing is we should check the quality of the clay. So why I'm telling is nowadays they are not taking terracotta clay from natural clay. You know what they are doing, they are mixing the clay powder and they are packing. So that's lots of process and lots of companies here and their brands. So you have to check out what brand you're going to use, because we are going to sell this. So that's a important point, because that low quality clay will burst while baking. That's the important thing. Second thing is the texture. So you should be familiar with the texture of the clay, and you will keep on trying, you will keep on work with the clay, means you will know the texture of the clay, and you should have a good chemistry with your clay so that it will come nicely. So second important thing is the texture. That clay will be like this. If it is drier than this, definitely will break. And while doing breaks, you know while doing it will break like this. And if your clay is wetter than this, I mean it will have lots of moisture, means it will break, because the air bubbles will form. And if your clay is having a lot of moisture, means while giving impression, it's not good. So that's why I'm telling that second thing is the moisture of the clay. So these are the most important things. Then third one is tools. So as a beginner, don't buy a lot of tools. And I'm now still I didn't upload any videos about the terracotta jewelry making materials, because we know we don't need lots of materials for that. So the third important thing is tools. So no need to invest a lot of money for tools. Once you familiar with this jewelry making, you can buy. Then you will come to know about what are the tools we need, what are the tools we don't need. So yeah, that's why I'm telling to you, don't buy tools hurry barily, and search some things nearby you, and try to give nice impressions with that. So that's it. The fourth thing is kneading. You should knead nicely before. The important thing is, if your clay is completely dried, I mean if you want to add some water, you can add some water. If your clay is having lots of moisture, you know what, you have to keep on knead like this, so that your body heat will join with the clay, and that heat will dry your clay, so that keep on kneading like this, then it will dry. So then you can use for your jewelry, right? Then fifth important thing is the timing. You should find out the timing. uh, how can I say, you should find out how much time you are going to spend for one bead. So at one time I will do more than 10 beads, somebody will do 5 beads, somebody will do 20 beads. So you should find out the chemistry should work out while doing a bead or any other thing, because that if you keep on doing with that, that moisture will go. So definitely I'll give you one example that if you're going to do one bead means it will take 30 seconds for me to do a bead. Somebody will take 1 minute for one bead. So for me, already I'm having heat body, so if we'll rotate my bead more than 30 seconds means it will dry, or sometimes that correct shape will not come before 30 seconds. So what I will do, definitely we will roll more than 30 seconds, so that time that bead will break or that some breakage will come and it will dry like nothing. So you know what to do after 30 seconds that bead jewelry is not come very well means, you know what I will do again, I will collapse the bead and I will add water and again I will knead and I will do that bead. So I think you'll understand. And one more thing, I'm not that much familiar with this language English, so I try to convey what I'm thinking in my mind. I think you'll get. So that's it. So now I kneaded very well so that it dried. So again I'm going to add some water and again I'm going to knead this clay. So if you'll keep on doing or keep on playing with the clay means definitely the chemistry will work very well. Um, that chemistry, I think that moisturization level, that moisture level, okay, that moisture level, it's very very important for making this type of jewelry. So keep doing. The next, I kneaded very well. So kneading is very very important. If you knead the jewelry very well means that what's that, that the air bubbles will come out, so that while baking it will not break. Yes. So before doing any jewelry, you know what I will do is I will roll the clay tightly like this. See, I'll roll the clay very very tightly like this, so that the density will increase and the air bubbles will come out. The next most important thing is wooden board. At first I showed you a plastic sheet. You can use plastic sheets also. I am using is a normal kitchen vegetable cutting board, you mean chopping board. You can use that board also, that's okay. No need to buy a big board. Then so I'm using this board, and for rolling I'm using this PVC pipe. This is normal PVC pipe, this much length, okay. So one full long scale length it will be 30 centimeter. So I'm using this roller because it will give a nice flat surface, so that, so for rolling and everything I'm using this. So I'm using like this. It will give a nice good surface, flat and polished surface it will give, so that I'm using. You can use puri katai, what's that, puri roller. For that we will use one wooden roller for puris. So you can get from your kitchen. So next one, that fettling knife everybody will use. I mean that professional terracotta jewelry maker, they will use a fettling knife, not everybody. But fettling knife is not available in our Amazon, so it's there in AliExpress. Please check, it's 145 150 like that I saw in AliExpress, okay. So if you have AliExpress app, do check that. So I'll try to give the link in my description box given below. So I am using this type of short scale, it's a steel scale. So you know how I am using is, that's a 40-degree like that. So just I'm scraping scratch like this, so it will give a nice surface. So we can use like this, okay. And here I'm using this cookie cutter. So one more thing is we will use oil for molds and everything. We are not supposed to use lots of oil because um, it will, it also let the pendant to break while baking. So that's what. So you have to use lesser amount of oil. So most important thing is applying oil. So if you applied lots of oil, means definitely you'll have oil in your hands. Then we are not supposed to touch the pin, that nichrome wire while inserting, because if we'll touch that nichrome wire with our oily hands, then while baking, that pin will come out. Okay, that I pin or U pin will come out. So that, so here I am going to apply, this is the method how I am applying oil. So this much oil enough. So I'm going to apply like this. So here I'm going to cut like this. Okay. So it will come like this. Then while smoothing this, already I'm having oil in my hand, so with that I'm going to touch some water. Okay, then I'm going to apply like this. Then smoothen like this. Yes, very good. So once we finish this, then I'm going to use this knife. Then again slightly we should do like this. Then again we will get a nice flat surface, for it's ready for giving impression. And one more thing, we are not supposed to give too much of pressure on that because it will flatten the entire shape, so that it will spoil the shape. So very lightly we have to do that. So for giving impression, this is my daughter's that lollipop. From that lollipop I took this straw. Okay, so like this we should explore for terracotta jewelry making tools. Okay, so that's it. Then for impression we should press a lot, but we are not supposed to we are not supposed to give too much pressure. So I'll show you. See the impression. So we should give nice impression, so that while painting it will give nice finishing. And that inside that impression, while baking it will turn black color. So on that, in that small dot we will give gold color, means that black will enhance the golden color. So that we should give nice impression while doing the jewelry. That impression giving is most important in this, because it will give a nice beautiful effect for your jewelry. So that's very very important. So this is the thing I took from my husband's toolbox. Like this only we should explore for the terracotta tools. So for this star effect, I stole this from his toolbox. Okay, he's keep on searching, but I am not telling that one I only having. Okay, what a English, yeah. So I'm going to give a nice impression with this. So yes, so we should give a nice perfect impression. So see, it's really nice, right? So definitely I won't give this tool. So Yes. Then that's it, and lots of people using that same fettling knife, so I'm not having fettling knife. I ordered from AliExpress, so till that I don't know how it will work for me, because I practiced with this scale. So this is, I think, 10 rupees to 20 rupees it will be, I think that's enough. So if you want to buy fettling knife, please do visit AliExpress, and just search uh, wood carving tools, or carving tools. Definitely you'll find out. I think it's 150 to 200, I think. So while giving lines also, we should give a nice press, so that it will be nice. Oh, what nice. So slowly. Okay, don't do hurry burry. Do slowly. I think I'm good in English. Hmm. I think if people understand my English, that's your problem, not my problem. Tamil is my mother tongue, but English is not my mother tongue, and I'm not familiar with that language also. So I tried my level best, I think. Okay. So see that. So you should give a nice impression for your jewelry. So after that, after baking, that lines will turn black. Okay, completely it should turn black. Once it's not turned black, you have to coat one coating of black paint. Okay, so that it will emboss the color on the top. We will give some colors, so that it will be nice. And next thing is very important, is this eye pin. While inserting eye pin, keep in your mind, wipe your hands nicely, because it will have oil. So if you touch this nichrome wire with oily hand, definitely it will come out while baking. So clean your hand nicely, or I'm not wiped my hand, but I don't have oil in my hand, so I'm going to insert this. So, and one more thing, that nichrome wise length, for eye pin and U pin, that this much, one nail. So this much is enough. It's very easy to cut, because each and every time, no need any tool for measuring the nichrome wire. So if you use your finger as a tool, use your nail as a tool. It's very easy to cut each and every time. That's it. So I'm going to insert nicely. Okay, so yes. So next thing, we are going to insert U pin, right? So most important thing is, it should be in U. Sometimes that that pear shape will come. In Tamil, pear shape. In English, it will be flat in the down. Okay, so if it is flat surface, that jimiki will not hang straightly. It will hang uh, one side down, like that. So that I'm telling you that U pin will be in U shape. So insert nicely. Don't insert too much. Don't insert. So it should be correct, because we should insert one nichrome wire, right? So that much space is enough for inserting this U pin. Okay, that's it. So next, while doing beads, okay, so while doing beads, it should be in correct shape. Okay, that round shape. So first, the shape will be like this. So first, in the center point I will keep, and I will tightly I will roll to get the round shape. once it will come to this nice round shape, I'll use this single finger for that. And that I will keep this round in between these two veins, and simply I will rotate like this. So no need to give a lot of pressure on that. So that's it. Slowly, don't give too much pressure. If you'll give too much of pressure, then it will that shape will change. Okay, so for piercing hole, you can use three types of tools. Okay, so this needle, we will tell that is mat needle, mat noodle. Always thinking about eating. Then this is toothpick. This is a new toothpick. For this video I took. Okay, then you can use this small type refill pen. So while giving that, lots of people telling me, and they are messaging me Instagram that while piercing this hole, this one is vedicifying. What that? It will crack. It's cracking. Okay, so we are not supposed to give too much of pressure to this bead. We are just, I am holding this with my fingers, that's it. Okay, so just I'm not giving too much of pressure, that slightly my fingers holding this, that's it. So other than that, we are not supposed to give too much of pressure. We should give pressure to these tools only. Okay, so before that we have to use oil. So that's it. Then see, then the opposite side, here, then take this clay from this refill pen and take it out. So see, it should not break. Okay, it should be like this. Then with your fingers just do like this. If you want, you can pierce from the opposite side. No need to do like that, but I did. So that's it. And I'm using these molds for get same size beads. Okay, so you can use like this type of things. Okay, there is lots of method there, but this is the only method I am doing, and very easiest method. So I already posted one method. Posted this method. Please check in my channel playlist. Okay, English pa. And this is most important cutter I bought from Amazon. So I'll give the link in description box, you can check it. So for peacock pendant and all, it will be good, because that design. And for earrings and all, we should need like this of cookie cutters. These cookie cutters also I bought from Amazon. So I'll give the link. Then most important thing is molds. So nowadays it's very easy to do terracotta jewelry, I think, for the beginners, because if they will have some molds like this, that's enough. And clients also like these type of jewelries, because temple jewelry is always all-time favorite, and all-time favorite for people. I don't have lots of molds, because that I'm having two Lakshmi mold and most favorite molds. And if anyone will give any order from any other page with molds means definitely I have to say no because I don't have molds and I'm not a big fan of molds. So terracotta jewelry, it's a jewelry, it should be completely handmade. But molds, okay, I'm not completely opposed to molds, but personally, I don't have lots of molds, and I'll not encourage newbies for using lots of molds because they will lose their creativity. Yeah, that's it. So some molds, or two or three molds only I'm having, and I posted video about DIY molds. In that I used that clay molds. So these both I did for myself. And most important thing, and you will love the mold I'm having. I'm searching. Yes, this is the mold. It's a DIY mold I made with glue gun. So this is the best method. I already posted video, please check it out. I show one jewelry made with this mold. Okay, so this is the jewelry I made with this mold. It's awesome, really awesome. So do check. Okay, and I already said that these three things we should use for piercing hole in terracotta beads. So in these three I'll prefer this one because see the edge, there is some space there, so it will go easily, and it's a plastic surface, and we'll apply oil, right, so that it will go inside. No need to give more pressure for that, so that the beads will not change its what that structure or size. Okay, then next while piercing this one, by using this toothpick, so for this also we should apply oil, and while doing like this we should twist this, and you have to press this inside. Okay, then this one, it's this one also you can use for piercing hole for your bead. And one more thing I'll say, that somebody will use plastic cord, or somebody will use what gear wire. So for gear wire, if you're going to use gear wire, there is lots of needle available smaller than this one, so you can use that. And one more thing I'll say, uh, for this, for this refill I will use this type of cord. Okay, so smaller than this needle I will use gear wire. Okay, so in this case, if you will use this bead for nichrome wire, for gear wire, means that arrangement will not come nicely. So I think you'll understand. If you want to use cord, you should put a big hole. If you want to use gear wire, that hole should be small. Okay, so that's the point. Then what? So next I'm going to introduce my most favorite, most used tools from my toolbox. Yes. So I'll say that beginners no need to buy lots of cutters or anything for your business. Just try to use something in various ways. So this is a nail polish cap. This is nail polish removers cap. This one, it's nail polish, that bristles will come here, then it will be like this. So it will be like this inside. So I took it out like this, and I'm using this for for giving impressions. This is pin, that front cap. Then this is kajal's backside. It's a kajal smudger, but I'm using this as a clay tool. This is a pen cap. See here also one design is there, so I'll use this also. And this is kajal cap. Then this is a pen. This is a rubber. So yeah, this is a lipstick cap, and this is a pen cap, and this is comb for giving impression like this. So for peacock feather like that. So I'm having not this much tools, I'm having lots and lots and lots of tools. So these are basic tools you need. No need to buy a lots of tools for each and everything. So you have to find out for what we should use what. So if you find anything like this, then just think that how that impression will come. If we'll if we'll give impression like this, means if what impression, what design will come like that, you'll think. And just I gathered this much. That's it. So next, mostly we will use cutter. Okay, so we can use these type of rounds also. So in this case, here that upside is opened, right? So once we will finish this, we can push this in from upside. We can push from this side to that side, but here nothing, we are not supposed to push from here the clay. So I'm giving one tip for you. So you should apply oil. So I'm going to press from this side. So one side we should press, then after that we should press the that side, so opposite side. So that the clay will not go inside and it will be there at the bottom, So here, so something that oil that air will go, I think, I don't know, so that it will come easily like that. I think you'll understand. Okay, so instead of pressing like that, so we should press one side, and after that we should press that opposite side, so that it will come easily and it will not go inside of this box. This is the cutter I'm using nowadays. So this one I bought from Amazon. If you want, you can search from Amazon. I think 170 or 150, sorry, 120, I don't know the exact price. But go with Eswar shop, it's lesser than 100 rupees, I think. So yes, so each and every time you should clean this, so that it will go nicely, and it will not it will cut nicely. Okay, on the line it will cut nicely. And one more thing, while cutting, we should keep this 90-degree. So like this only we should cut. Don't cut like this or that like this, because that I will show you. So see the edge. So it's not correct, right? So instead of this, you should cut like this. So that you'll get exact cut. Okay, right cut. So while giving impression, we should press nicely. Okay, don't redo again and again. So 1 or 2 times, that's enough. Then only we'll get nice, okay, nice impression like this. So each and every time it should be little what so give a nice impression like this. Okay. Then, so while inserting this beads, you should leave a space. Okay. So this much space you should leave, because while drying this clay will shrink little, and then while baking also it will shrink little, not that much, little it will shrink. So that time, this bead will join together, and one bead will go up, one bead will go down, like that some problem will happen, so that that line will not be perfect. So if you leave this much space, nail space, okay, so that much space if you give means it will come nicely after baking. So that's the point. For jamkas, for everything, you have to keep this in your mind. Okay. Terracotta jewelry making is an art. Okay. So this is part 1. I'm going to release this as part 1. Be ready for part 2. And who and all asked me that a few days I'm not giving some videos because my daughter's not well. Now she's not bad, she's not she's well, she's good now, so that I released this video. So I don't know what I did for you people, that much love. And lots of people messaged me in Instagram, and lots of people mailed me privately. So what a love, seriously. I don't know I'm deserved or not, but seriously it's no chance. Okay. So thank you so much for everyone. தாய்மொழியில் பேசுறது வந்து எல்லாருக்கும் பிடிக்கும், பட் இங்கிலீஷ் இஸ் அ குளோபல் லாங்குவேஜ், ஸோ தட் ஐ ரிலீஸ் திஸ் வீடியோ இன் broken இங்கிலீஷ். ஸோ பிற மொழியில் தடுமாறும் போது தான் தாய்மொழியோட அருமை புரியும். ஸோ நான் இன்னொரு சூப்பரான வீடியோவில் உங்களை வந்து மீட் பண்ணுறேன். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் ஃபார் வாட்சிங்.